Hello, everyone, and welcome to all the participants joining me on this session. Welcome back to all of you people. So, participants, we are in the action mode now. As part of this action mode, we have taken yesterday the call of the tools majorly that are required for our project, which are the DevOps tools that we have. We have provisioned the DevOps tools in our account. And the first tool that I will be using for this entire practice is the Git command, which is the Git actions that I'll perform using the Git operation, which is Git command. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll get started by taking Git files, committing, cloning, pushing, pulling them. So there are two things that I want you to remember. The two things are participants like this. GitHub is a location. GitHub is a location where you will host your code. I hope everybody are aware of this simple fact. GitHub is the location where you host your code. And Git is a CLI tool that you will get installed on your local machine. Using Git, you will perform the operations. Participants, once again, Git is a CLI which you have installed locally on your machine. Using this, you will run the commands. Once these commands run, in order to store your source code that you have created, provision, you'll go ahead and create those repositories and store those repositories as part of github.com. So github.com is something that you will go ahead and create and keep the resources, your repositories here. So participants, let's assume that you are a DevOps engineer. So you would be given resources to create. Let's say there is a client. The client is having some project. So they will create their project. The name of the project we'll keep it is, for example, we'll just go ahead and keep it as beta. Name of the repo. So it's a sample repo, public repo I'll create, and just I'll create a repo here. Now to this repo, which is beta that you have created, you should go ahead and start hosting, or basically you start to go ahead and add the contribution as a developer. So developers go ahead and add the code participant. So you're not a developer to add the code. But if developers need support from you, asking how to go ahead and clone the project, how to go ahead and commit the project, so at that time, you should be able to help them how to run a command of cloning that file, writing a code. Why? Because you as a DevOps engineer have to help your developer that how should they go ahead and commit a code, how should they go ahead and push the code. All these actions you should help your developer, because developer know only how to write a code. He will write a code, a Java code or a .NET code he will write. He doesn't know anything. So participants, how we can get started? We can get started by running the commands. So right now I'm inside this Azone Cloud participant. This is my account ID. This is the name of the repo that I've created. And right now I have these options. So now I'll go ahead and tell developer, hey developer, you can clone this repo and you can contribute any source code into it. So participants, the first command that you can do as a developer is to go ahead and clone this repo. So you can go ahead and clone this repo. How to clone this repo? Let's first go to desktop and run a simple command, git, can you clone this repo? Git clone, git space clone, followed by the name of the repo. The name of the repo is this. Or you can go to the repo. You can go to the repo section. Under the repo section, you will get to see something called this URL. It will say HTTP URL or SSH. I would like to use it HTTP. So you can use this and ask it to clone. It will clone the repo for you. Git clone that repo. It said, hey, are you cloning an empty repo? Yes, there's nothing inside in it. So you'll find there is a repo called, where is that repo? Beta repo. So let's navigate into that beta repo. And I would like to open this from my Visual Studio Code. Type in code, it will automatically open Visual Studio. Participants, if you don't have Visual Studio Code, don't spend your time in understanding what is that code. Code means Visual Studio Code. If you have installed it, it's fine. Even if you don't install it, it's okay. If you want to install it, just go on the internet and type Visual Studio Code, it will get installed. I opened my Visual Studio Code and I'm adding this code to in this current beta code. There's nothing inside. It's an empty folder. Now, I'm developer. I've taken the role of a developer, right? I'll add some code. Say hello world dot JS, for example. What say? Hello world. Welcome to teach. Just a simple line I have written. H1, if you people are not aware, it's the font size. So developer has added a file. So what they will do with that file? Developer wants to contribute this file. So participants, you can use from this black screen, but I always feel comfortable writing the code and using in the same terminal. So I use the terminal. So the command to start with these people, git, can you add all the changes? Git add all the changes. And one thing, this dot has very interesting action here is, it says git whatever in the current folder, dot means current folder, you please add them. It has added. Okay, next, after git addition, the next command that you should say is git, can you commit whatever that addition? That means I'm going to commit all these changes. Git commit. It is good to place always a message. Message means it's my first commit that I'm doing. It's my first commit. So this guy is asking some personal details of mine. Tell me that who you are, because we have installed it, right? It will ask me about who you are. So participants, this is something that you can do offline also. If it is required, I'll do right away here. It is asking some personal details. Your email ID it is asking. My email ID is kumarsrk@gmail.com. This is my email ID. Participants I have added. It will ask me to go ahead and configure my username. Done. Basically, some details are required. If you are getting it, clearly it is telling, tell me who you are because I cannot identify your authority. Welcome. I confirm my identity. Okay. After this, one more time, git, please commit these changes that whatever I've requested. My first commit that I'm doing. Done. Because of the first commit, a new file there has been a file change, which is in the form of an insertion that I've done. So you have committed, but still I can't gonna get the file available in this beta repo. As a developer, I have contributed a file, that file is still not visible. Why? Because you haven't pushed the changes from your current location to origin in github.com. So participants, your github.com is your origin. The origin. Inside that, there is a zone cloud, which is my repo. And the name of the repo that I have created is beta. This repo, there is an origin. It's me. I'm currently working on this repo, which is my local repo, a cloned repo of it. That is, we call it as origin or remote. They'll also call it as remote. And this we call it as local. In real-time scenarios, people, you'll hear these words. They'll call it as local. They call it as origin or the remote. So the changes you have made are available here in this location only. You didn't push them to those changes. You didn't push those changes. So let me show you how to push these changes. So Git, can you push these changes -u upwards? -u means upwards. What is that? I have origin that I want to target. And there is a concept of branch. I'll explain you about the branch in a while. Currently, I'll go ahead and check what branch it is associated. So let me just check what branch it is. It is clearly telling, as of now, it is branch master. Master. So because of these changes now, a new branch has been created locally to the branch which is master. So if you do a refresh, you get to see there's a branch called master, which is the default branch to which this hello world.jsp is added. Is that clear, everyone? Hello, participants, are we clear? Participants, are we clear now?
Can you repeat it one more time?
I'll do it for you, participants. Okay, now, as a developer, what is written, don't put your interest in this code. I'm not going to write any code. I'm just going to say hello world. Now let me go ahead and add another line. Hello world. Welcome to Git for another. Come, this is developer is writing. So developer did put a file entry. So what is the step one? Git, can you bring all these changes for me? Git add all those changes for me. Git add. Git, can you go ahead and do a commit for me? -m. My second commit that I'm. After that, commit is done. Git push the changes. Even if you type push, it will go with the default options. Upwards origin, it will understand. Master, it will understand. Done. See, now the changes are done. Git add, git commit, git push. That is a simple sequence that you will understand. That you have to understand. Is that clear, everyone? Hello, participants, are we clear?
Yes, Kumar.
Yes, Kumar.
Excuse me. The git commit that word is any significance? My second commit, or we can give anything.
Right. See, it is like the process, right? You add the changes. You add some changes. You have removed some changes. So you're saying, hey, add all these additions and removal as part of it. Yes. So you have done 10 additions and 2 deletions. So you have to do a commit, right? Saying that, yes, I'm committing myself that it is me that have done these changes. 10 additions, 2 subtractions. That means 2 changes I've done. I've removed some changes. 10 additions, 2 removals. So you're adding those changes and you're saying, hey, I'm committing. So your commit has an importance. That is why it is important to use git commit. And then what changes you have done, you have committed, but you have to push from your local to remote origin. That is where I used push. Now you got the sequence?
Yeah.
Right. Welcome,
Suppose,
participants.
excuse me, suppose we delete some file, then in that case,
We didn't.
no, we delete some file,
Mm-hmm.
then in that case we should add a git delete or what?
Not required. Let me show you. Not required. I'll go ahead and delete this file now, right away. Git add the file. Sorry, git add the changes. Git commit -m deleted hello world.jsp file. Git, see, it has already recognized that one file changed, two deletions you have done. The file deletion itself you have done, deleted the file hello world.jsp. Okay, Git, push these changes. So it has pushed the changes that you have done a deletion into the source code. Double check now, it will have deleted. See, there is no file. Clear now?
Yeah, clear.
Everyone, are you with me, people? Hello?
Yes, Kumar.
Yes, Kumar.
Okay. Now, what I'll do, participants, is that I'll go ahead and create a folder. It is allowing me. So let me just go ahead and create a folder called beta is done. Now we go ahead and create delta. Beta is done. I'm just creating a folder called delta. So participants, can you just guess what is the difference between this folder to the other folder that I've created? Beta folder and delta folder. Can anyone figure it out? If you want, let me add a file called hello world.jsp. I will re-add it. Hello.jsp. Welcome to how this file is different from the other folder, which is delta. If you want, I'll add a new file in delta called hello.jsp. Welcome. Guys, can you check your audio, guys, please? Yeah. So participants, what is the difference between this file, which is hello.jsp, to this folder hello.jsp? What is the difference? Can you figure it out, participants?
Maybe
There
it
are
is a,
two different branches.
Two different branches. I didn't discuss anything from the branch part because their
maybe it
entire.
is, maybe it is a next phase of project, means like beta version, then delta version.
It's a very simple
Yes, sir.
difference, guys. You will identify it. Definitely, you will identify it.
User defined.
Okay. Participants, to make it here easy, participant, the difference is this is a Git repo. That's why it is able to track the changes. See, it says untracked. It is, but is this a normal? This is a normal folder. It's just a folder. That's why it is not able to track the changes. Are you able to realize that, participants? This is a Git folder. This is a Git repo. Whereas this is not a Git repo. Everyone, are we clear? Now, how can we make a normal repo to a Git repo? One simple command. All you need to do is one simple command. That is, go to the repo and just type git init. It initializes your repo with a extension. Now you see, even it did become a Git repo. Clear, everyone?
So means the folder folder name has significance in Git repo. right?
Name of the repo is anything. You can create even my dummy repo name as. It is only the difference is the repo initially it was not a Git repo. It was just a folder. You turn it into a Git repo by turning git init. What does an init has done for you? It has initialized your repo and creates a .git file in a new or even an existing project. Right now we had an existing project which is Delta. Into that I ran git init. The repo which was just a repo, it became a Git repo. Clear?
Yeah.
So from here I can start using it. Participants, are we clear? So we already seen git clone. What is the purpose of git clone? Clone a repo from the remote. From the remote side, I can clone that. I've already shown you how to clone a repo. I clone this repo. Git clone, the name of the repo. Everyone, are you with me, people? Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, Kumar.
Yes, Kumar.
In order to contribute the changes, we'll add git add. It adds up all the changes that you have done as part of your working directory. If you want interactive, that means what you want to do is you can type in interactive or -i. You can even type in -i. So git add -i. It becomes in an interactive mode. It will say, what do you want to do? You want to see the status, you want to see the updates, you want to see the differences. You can go ahead and verify those changes. If you want to quit, so git commands that can help you to craft your commits to include certain combinations. That means you want to go ahead and see what changes have done. You can mention the number. Git add. I would discuss already about the commit. Commit is you are confirming that these are the changes that I've done into my source code. Let me go ahead and commit those changes. Always, it is good practice to keep the message regarding the commits that you have done. And then you will be going ahead with the commits. It is always good to write about the commits, participants. What is that you're committing? Next, git status. There's a command that I brought. Git status. So it says, till now you haven't committed anything. So it will tell you what to do after that. It says, you haven't committed, no commits yet. Untracked files, yes, nothing that you have added. So use git add to track. So git add. So it says git add space. Right? Git, what is the status of this right now? Git, if you want to go ahead and remove this file, you can remove it. Or you can go ahead and add this file. So I would like to add this file and I would like to go ahead and do a commit this file. Commit. See, after if you don't commit it, it will take you into a message page. So it is always good to go ahead and put the commit. Aborting commit due to empty commit message. So I am recommending, as well as even Git is recommending, try to use a message whenever you're doing a commit, so that at least it will keep a track that you have done these changes. Now, just before I go ahead and start discussing, now let's say there is an administrator who is sitting on top of this repo at the client side. Let's see what he will be able to see at the client side. Inside that repo, the repo is beta. Let's see how many commit the developers have done. First commit, second commit, third commit, 3 commits. What branch? Branch is master. So at the master branch, these are the 3 commits that were done by developers. 1, 2, 3 commits. Clear, participants? Hello?
Yeah.
3 commits we have done. As an administrator for this repo, he will go ahead and see Now, let me introduce very interesting topic. I'll just keep this side here. So master is the branch right now, which is the default branch. Everyone, are you with me, people? What is the default branch right now we have with regards to this repo?
Master.
Master branch.
So what I meant is this one, people. So there is a repo at github.com. github.com, there is a repo. The name of the repo is azone cloud / repos. This is the exact status of current situation. So there is one file inside this repo. There's a file which is hello.jsp. Developer is a fresher, for example. He is not sure whether to go ahead and do a commit. So he has been asked what he will do. The best thing he will start is taking a clone of it on his local system. He'll take a clone of this repo on his local system. Local copy he will take. Inside that, definitely you'll find this repo, which is hello.jsp. You'll find. So he's very much that he is not sure, or he's a fresher. He's making a lot of commits which are mistakes. Now the administrator looks at the code and see, hey, he's a fresher, or he is very new to the system. He's making a lot of mistakes. I'm not sure whether to go ahead and allow him to make these changes from local to repo level. So now DevOps engineer will be called by administrator. Administrator says, hey, DevOps engineer, can you go ahead and help this guy and allow this guy to only make changes to a particular folder or particular branch level only. Let's not give him master, because master we will use it for prod. So let's not allow him to go ahead and make changes at the prod level. Let's allow him to go ahead and make changes at a particular level. So what is my responsibility now? I have to go ahead and give him a new branch to play. Participants, are you with me, people? Hey, are you able to get this? Now I'll ask the developer, can you list your branches? Git branch -a. It will list all the branches that are associated with that repo locally. Right now, Git branch A has not listed. Git branch -a means all. It should go ahead and list the branch. Git branch AL. Am I on the right folder? Oh, see, I'm inside the other folder, Delta. CD repeater folder. Now, Git. There are some branches, right? Can you please list all the branches associated? So it says, Kumar, to this local repo that you have, there is a branch master. There's a master branch. That branch on the other side, remote origin, there is a branch called master on the other side. Are you able to relate now the situation, people? Hello? There's a branch which is locally. This is star means currently referring to this branch master locally. And there is a master branch that is happening on the origin, which is on the remote side, which is master. Oh, that's going to be very challenging. So let's go ahead and allow him. And I'll ask my developer, do one thing. Go ahead and do a git create or branch. I'll go ahead and create called develop branch. git branch -b develop branch. Let me just be sure. Why it is not picking up? It should create me a branch. Git checkout branch branch branch. Let me just go ahead and hit only a develop. I want to create a develop branch. So branch develop. So git, can you go ahead and list the branches? Branch -a. Yep. Now it has created the branch, people. Use cleaner. Participants, can you see now? There are two branches, one develop branch and one master branch. So participants, what do you think? How should I go ahead and move from master branch to develop branch? How should I go ahead and change from this branch to this branch? How should I go ahead and change from master branch to this branch? Very simple, switch, git switch. You can use switch or you can use checkout. Switch to branch -b develop. Git checkout, or you can say switch. So do I see it switch -b branch which is develop, or git switch develop branch. Yeah, now I switch to develop branch. Git branch -a. Now the branch is develop branch. Reference, there is another branch which is master, and the remote is origin is master. Are we clear, everyone? Hello, participants, are we able to relate now? Participants, are you able to relate now the importance of this branch? Tell me, participants,
Yes.
do you expect there will be a develop branch on the GitHub folder, github.com? Will there be a branch called develop branch? Can you see a branch here?
No.
Why is that you're not able to see any branch? Dinesh, please don't do any changes. You see, there is no branch on my github.com. There's only a branch at my local report, develop branch.
We didn't push it as of now. That's why it is not replicating in the Git.
Correct. What you said is one part of it is absolutely right, because we didn't push those changes. We made the changes at the local level. Only at the local side we made the changes. Locally we did create a develop branch, but at the origin side we didn't do anything. So participants, how to create at the origin side? I can go ahead and create a branch saying develop branch. That's all. Create from master, and this is simple. It is to now keep the develop branch. So what I will do now is I will go ahead and make some changes. A new file I'll add. Test.jsp. Welcome to testing. Just add a file to test it. Okay, the same process now. Git, add the changes. Git, can you commit these changes? Testing branches. Git, push these changes. -u origin. Participants, which branch should I go to changes to?
Develop branch.
Awesome. From develop branch to develop branch, I'll push. So participants, now the changes are only applicable to develop branch. So now participants, you can see develop branch has a recent push. How about master branch, people? It's one commit behind. It's master branch is one commit behind. There are 3 commits. Let's go ahead and confirm how many commits we have on the develop branch. I'm expecting 4 commits. 3 commits, and this is the file which is test.jsp file is only available in develop branch. Because this is something which is testing. I'm just only keeping for the test purposes. So it is available in only develop branch. Everyone, are you clear, participants? Hello? Participants, can anyone tell me what I have done? Can you people summarize it, what I have done? Can anyone summarize? Yeah, please.
So basically, there is a main branch which is known as master branch. So there is a person who or a developer who is going ahead and making changes. We figured out that he is not that expert. So if something goes wrong, it will be a problem. So the master, which is the main branch. So we created another local branch, which is a develop branch, so that if he can make any changes, that will be stored in that local branch or the developer branch. So that if it is okay, then we'll push that to the master branch.
Awesome, awesome. So participants, what he said is absolutely right. Keep the code safe at the master side. We don't want to go ahead and allow every developer from his local system to go ahead and commit the changes to the branch master. So for that reason, we are giving them something like a branch like develop, so that their changes should go ahead and sit only in one branch called develop. So this will not alter your master branch. Assume that participants in a company, you have been hired, and a company will go ahead and say that whatever that we are using for production, we will use for the master branch. So they will keep a separate branch for all the developers. All the developers should go ahead and develop into this develop branch only. So this is a responsibility of the DevOps engineer to see whether their developers are developing and whether they are developing the code and keeping the code at the develop branch. They should not attempt to go ahead and hit the deployment, or they should not go ahead and alter any change at the master branch. Why? Because we are planning to use this master branch in production. I don't want my developers to go ahead and commit the code to the develop branch. No, sorry, to master branch. They should be refrained from doing it. This is what happens in real-time scenario. Company project managers, they say, DevOps engineers, please design a solution so that the developer should go ahead and only work at the particular branch, develop branch only. They should not go ahead and work on the master branch. Master branch is completely handled by client. Your project manager says that this is what is the requirement from the client. Please work on it. Are you clear now, participants? Hello? Let's say I have created a new branch. Git add or git branch. A new branch is some dummy branch I've created. Git a new branch, all those branches which I've created, branch-a, it is going to list your dummy branch. I want to delete this branch. Git branch -d dummy. So it will delete your branch. This is how to delete a branch. -d means delete. Participants, are we good, everyone? Hello?
Kumar, does -a means to create?
-a means list all, all.
Okay. Okay. Then what shortcut do you use to create a branch?
Git branch, name of the branch. Git branch, name of the branch. To list
Okay.
-a, delete -d, name of the branch. So git -a, it will list all your branches.
Kumar, what is the command for rename the branch? It is possible to rename the branch.
Branch renaming, I'm not sure.
Is there any command is there in Git to rename that branch?
Rename of a branch, you mean? I never heard, but let me give a try if I can find something for you. Rename a branch. I have done from what do you call it as from the console. If you ask me, I can show you from console. Go to the repo. You'll find your branches, view all branches. And here we can go and change the name of the branch, rename the branch. Here it is. Develop, undevelop, 2, develop 3. Yep.
Okay.
Welcome. Now, participants, when you want to check out from your current branch, let's say your current branch is directing towards branch called master. I want to check out. Check out what? You have to check out to the name of the new branch. Name of the new branch. Participants, are we good, everyone? Participants, are we good?
Yes, Kumar.
Now, if you want to take a screenshot of this file, happily you can take a screenshot of this. But I want you guys to practice all of these commands by yourself. Please, participants, take today's time, spend some time today. Put a folder in github.com, clone that repo, add the changes, commit those changes, push those changes, create a new branch, check out for a new branch, switch that branch, delete that branch, list that branch, initialize a repo. These are the real life activities that you will do, participants. I'm telling you, I do all this in my job. I commit a job, I help my developer to commit his code, pull his code, commit, pull, push these changes. So participants, will you be able to do a practice for today? Will you be able to make an attempt by yourself, participant, in the practice?
Yes.
Yes, sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Coming up to today's topic, do you have any questions for me, participants? Do you have any questions for me? Okay. One thing
Yes,
I want.
Kumar. I have a question.
Yes, please.
Yesterday, I have tried to install Java on my laptop. So after I tried some of the steps which has been followed by you, so I can't able to install it properly. I don't know where it goes wrong. Can't able to figure that out. So
No
instead
problem.
of that,
What is the error is about? What is the error? Error is all about?
it is showing like Java is not supported this device like that. It is a
I'll guess. This is my guess. The guess is maybe you're using a different version, which is maybe your version is 32 and you're using a 64-bit. Because of this, it will go ahead and fail for the installation.
okay.
Okay.
Then,
Yeah. What was the solution that you have followed?
sorry.
You were saying about something solution. So what is your approach? What did you do?
So after that, I didn't do anything. So uh, only Java I have facing this issue. But other than that, I have installed everything in my system.
Good, very good. So try checking 32-bit. Is your
Okay.
system is 32-bit or a 64-bit? Do one thing. If you're not sure, download both of the packages. Attempt with this installation, it may get through. If you install this, it will not get through. So that means your system is 32-bit. That should be the best way to get that action done.
Okay, I'll try to reinstall it again.
Well, yeah, can you show those for the Ubuntu how to install all the GitHub repository and those things? Will you show those things? Installation of Jenkins, Gits, Java for the
Okay.
Ubuntu.
Ubuntu. So we'll do one thing. May not be possible because I don't have an Ubuntu machine here. But when it comes to cloud, we have cloud, right? So when it
Yes.
comes to cloud, we will use a cloud instance which is with Ubuntu. We will do everything that we have installed, even better installations we'll do, Docker, Tomcat, everything we will do in Ubuntu because that is our project. That is our project in cloud. So right now we don't have cloud. So we are trying to use local machines. We will continue in local machines. Once we are in cloud, we will use Ubuntu only. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Kumar, today morning I'm installing Tomcat. It is showing the GUI mode. It is successfully installed. But when I'm checking in Google Chrome localhost 8080, it's showing the site is not reachable or something.
Jenkins, you mean to say Jenkins?
Not Tomcat.
Tomcat. Go to program files where you have installed.
Okay.
10.0. It is saying because your Tomcat is not started. Go to the bin. You double start Tomcat. It will run.
Okay. Right.
So participants, anytime if you're getting application is not working in the backend, that application is not running or starting. Okay, just make sure that you go ahead and run that application in the backend. Jenkins, Tomcat, everything that you're running. You get.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you, participants.